Hi, this is Average Down coming at you with another video about what I have read. Updating you all what I read. Yeah, so I read around 6 comics this time. So without further ado, I will get into it. So first, you have Hex, number 17 from Volume 1. This was published in 1988 by DC Comics. Now this series introduced Jonah Hex. It also has a couple other characters like Ed the Female, Stiletto, Harris, Savant Terror. But basically it's just the humans versus an alien race called the XXGS. Now, basically, if the XXGS win, they're known conquerors. They will conquer, they will destroy everything. So the humans need to win. Humans, they have what is called a nucleotide injector, which is not going to kill the XXGS outright, but it is going to diminish genes down the line, so that way their offspring will die. But the humans will not die, I guess. But, of course, the XXGS, they put up a great fight, or a really bad fight or whatever. So, what the people do that are doing this, whatever, they command first the soldiers to go, and the soldiers die. Then they put the criminals out. The criminals die. Now it's up to the workers. The workers that are keeping the scientists afloat, basically. And how it ends up? Anyone's game. Anyone's game. Alright, so the next one that we have is Transformers number 3 by DW or Dreamwave Comics. Now it's got Optimus Prime as the main Autobot, and Spike has the main human. But Spike has to talk to Optimus Prime about the outskirts or the basically the destruction of the war, not just to themselves but to the humans. Just the destruction that they don't mean to cause, of course, but the collateral damage. Yeah, the collateral damage of the war. And Transformers are responsible for both Decepticons and Autobots. So Spike tries to convince Optimus Prime to maybe leave Earth if they're going to continue the war. But yeah, General Hollow, who is one of the guys who wants to actually keep the Transformers on Earth, they use them as weapons with the military. And somehow some Autobots are actually mind controlled or confused, and they're working with the Decepticons like Bumblebee. He was working for the Decepticons, which the Decepticons are the bad guys, the Autobots are the good guys. Yeah, but yeah, Bumblebee, Prowl, and Grimlock, I think, were mind controlled somehow. The Decepticons are still Megatron. There's Jazz, Mirage, Sunstreaker, Sideswipe, Wheeljack, Trailblazer, Starscream, Thundercracker, Superion, Skywarp, Soundwave, Laserbeak, and Grimlock. It's amazing. But yeah, they have the Autobots and the Decepticons have another big battle on Earth, despite what they've been being told. And the humans don't make the best choice. They drop nukes and nuclear bombs on Transformers. So we'll just have to see where that goes. And then next off, we have Superior number 6, 2011 is by Icon and Millerworld. Millerworld right there. So basically it's almost like a Shazam in a sense, but instead of Billy getting the powers, it's the cripple kid. So here it'll be Simon, and then there's this demon called Orman. And basically, Simon just wishes for the demon to transform him into the superhero with no problems whatsoever, called Superior. And whenever he transforms into Superior, all of his problems are gone, and he's much older, so just like Shazam. But yeah, Simon has multiple sclerosis, which forces him to actually use the crutch. But one of the girls that he starts seeing when he's Superior is this girl called Maddie, who doesn't know about Simon or at all. But she does find out, and she tells Simon that actually she was diagnosed with leukemia at 7 years old. Well, that sucks. But he is also put a daycare in 24-hour daycare called Apple Hill Tree Center. So he goes there, and this dude named Sharpie, who is I don't know. I don't know. It's a crazy villain name. It's just like Taserface or whatever. We're just like, what? Man, Sharpie does tell him that he needs to change back into Superior in 24 hours, or a lot of people are going to die. We'll see there. And the next one is the Book of Lost Souls number 2. This is 2006 by Icon. Now, basically there's a girl called Mary, right? And she loves traveling in her kingdom. I don't know what the name of the kingdom is, but it's a kingdom. And she just loves wandering around, picking fruit and doing all the stuff that princesses do or whatever. It's a fun kingdom. Now it has some cool creatures, like has Mystery the cat and Jonathan the human dude. And it's also home to this dangerous creature called the dragon. Now the dragon causes problems for people whenever he's awake. And only one person can save the dragon, that's Mary. Well, turns out this whole kingdom is imaginary because Mary is suffering from some PTSD, basically, from an abusive husband who is named Robbie, who is actually the dragon. Now, Robbie, he is not a good guy. And he is not. He actually cheats on his wife, Mary, and makes her watch. Doesn't even try to hide it, just makes her watch and stares and doesn't break up with her. But only Mary can slay the dragon, or Robert. So she picks up a sword. In the imaginary world, it's actually a gun. And goes to Robbie. And tries to... No, doesn't try to shoot him. Just threatens him with it. Of course, Robbie's just like, oh, I don't want to die now. I don't want to die. I'm sorry. And she puts down the gun, the sword. And Robbie's just like, I'm going to divorce you. And the police separate them. They go away. And happily ever after? Who knows? But this is good. And now we got Wildcats. Wildcats number 7 published in 1994 by Image. I'm gonna be like WildC.A.Ts or whatever. But yeah, it's about. It has the likes of Morgan Striker, Cyblade Mystery. Basically, it seems a lot like Terminator, where they're trying to kill this omnipresent being called like Cyber Data. They originally were working with Cyber Data and have all these cybernetic enhancements, but they really, when they came of age or knowledge, they were just like, we don't need this or whatever. So they went against Cyber Data, and Cyber Data is like, oh no, we're too weak to handle this. So they want to get super soldier serum, essentially, to put into the armies to make them like super soldiers. And they take these from the planet's scientists, which is the planet of Gamora. Now, while this is happening, some people are trying to get this drug called Xenox from the Isle of the Dead, which Warblade kind of stops them and kind of tries to like intercept their spaceship. And also, meanwhile, Priscilla, who is one of the robots, I think, she is worried about death, actually, like being dead and stuff. Maybe she chose the wrong decisions or not. Yeah, this is a great comic. Last but not least, the most important comic, of course, My Little Pony. My Little Pony number 9, published in 2013 by IDW. Now it's basically, it takes place, near the and I'm sorry if I butcher these names. It takes place in Esquilia Pet Show. And basically, Twilight Sparkle and the Light Pony. Sorry, I'm gonna have to look this up in my book of notes. I think I changed it. I thought I changed it in here, actually. Oh, of course, I'll have to bring up my phone because I put that on Hoity. It's not Hoity. I know that much. I want to at least give you guys the right information if I can. So we have Fluttershy. So Fluttershy and Twilight Sparkle, they come to this man named Spike. He doesn't want to go because he misses his pet Pee-wee, who he had to let go a couple months ago. So he gets all depressed and he's just like, I want pets. So instead of groping about it, he actually is like, no, you know what? I'm going to order some pets. So he orders some sea beasts through the mail. And it turns out the sea beasts are way too small to be seen, so he cooks up some growth powder and puts in their food and feeds them. Well, the next day or a couple hours later, they're all big. They're all multiplying like rabbits. Soon they outgrow their aquarium. They're all over the house. And Spike is just like, you know what? I'm gonna live with this as long as they ain't multiplying anymore. So then he tries to divide them. So the ones that are not touching the floor, there are the table beast, and the ones that are touching the floor, they are the vase beast because they are near the vase. And also, their bodies are growing, but so are their brains. So suddenly they're able to actually walk and start talking and start learning all these stuff. So, very quickly too. Very quickly they grow up. So, eventually they do grow up like a day or two, and then they are like, you know what, we gotta travel the world. So, we appreciate you, Spike, but we're gonna go out and travel and do our own thing. And that's what they do. Twilight Sparkle and Fluttershy, they come back. And they're just like, how do we clean up this mess? The mess kind of cleans itself up. And they're just like, oh, okay, cool. So, that's all cool. Is there anything that you guys read or seen, or anything that you've done this week or last, or just any time? Just put them in the comments below. Of course, follow me on my socials. My Instagram is at XXXmayhem. My Twitter is at RealAverageJohn. My Facebook is at OfficialAverageJohn. I'll put all those down below in the description. Like I said, if you guys have anything that you've read, seen, or whatever, if you've done in the past that you want to share, put them down in the comments below. I love to read them. Alright, so this is Average John. I'm signing out.